Hello. Welcome. Looks like we got ourselves some undead. Shall I do the crypt fiend build?
Yes, master.
If I can remember it.
My fate is sealed.
Who we got? Jab. Blind Fury.
Damn, stand ready.
Burst Blood. Looks like I've been given the Gowd. That means you get yourself a hero.
I wish
And then the cigarette.
will be done.
With the extra acolyte as undead. Hello, Kitson. DH Titans and Dryads. When he says Titans, I assume he means mountain giants. But you never know. I think it probably is. Alright, time for that cigarette. I've got to try and get comfortable. Playing something called WTii Bingo. I don't know all the bingo parts at the moment. Just basically play the first game relatively naturally. Although I know some of them just by reading the email for the request. By Arif. And then afterwards I'll create the bingo score card and probably put it like the top left of the screen or something. So you can sort of see how it goes. So we got Undead. That's certainly been ticked off the list. Undead Imbalance maybe. Death Knight. Should we go OP? Probably go OP. Death Knight and Fiend. Could just be a bingo paper full of rubbish allies and you get pretty fast. Yeah. I mean, these guys seem like they're trying, so why not? Okay. For first I thought he was just going to straight tech. But he's in a better position to do it, so there is that. I will likely go for tech when I get to 20 food. Could always open up a gold mine, but I don't feel too required to do it. I'll go relatively strong and power up. Just play some imbalance. It's been a really long time since I actually really have properly played some melee. Although a lot of it is muscle memory for me, so it shouldn't be too much trouble. Oh yeah. Oh, I gotta activate my thing.
My vengeance is yours. Let battle be joined.
Should be an attack. There we go, thank you.
My patience has ended.
Let's get my toolkit so I can use my inventory hotkeys with the F1, F2, F3, F4, F5, etc.
You call. My patience has ended.
Ah, I wanted to coil that skeleton. I was thinking about that. Why coil the enemy when you can have more skeletons alive for longer?
My vengeance is yours. I am the darkness.
Looks like he's engaging with that guy.
My vengeance is yours. At last.
Let's pull ourselves a cheeky robot.
You call. For the Lich King. At last. As you order.
Ah, just missed it. Should be able to keep his attention though in a moment. Yeah, that'll do it. He'll come back now. Kill this guy for another skeleton.
My patience has ended. You call. My vengeance is yours. I am the
Yep, that looks good to me. That's fine. Either way, gets the job done.
My vengeance is yours.
He doesn't get much damage done because he's not really committing to the fight
Let
properly.
battle be joined. At last. As you order. For the Lich King. I am the darkness.
Makes you wonder if you can do the red spot.
My patience has ended. My patience has ended. My vengeance is yours. Let battle be joined.
Buying the teleportation just so I can get back. To buy that to get back into the fight here.
You call.
Probably shouldn't be trying to do this, to be frank with you, but Why not?
My vengeance is yours. I, the darkness, at last. As you order. For the Lich call.
Tech up again, go for Lich in a moment. Try to get more heroes out on the board.
I, the darkness. My vengeance is let battle be joined. You call. You call. My patience has ended. My
Yeah, I mean it works.
I, the
Everything's pretty easy when you play undead, to be quite frank with you.
you call.
Might want to get another ghoul just to get some more lumber solidified at this point,
My patience has
because otherwise I get no lumber. Purple looks okay. There's a fight for the middle. Yeah, they've probably got it by the time I get there. I don't know. Might be able to get... I've got staff for teleportation in 20 seconds, so if we nuke this guy... Let's hope he doesn't use thingamajig. Divine Shield.
you call.
That'll do. And then I can start for teleportation
I,
over to there.
the dark.
Finish that off with my units. See if I can sneak in.
For the Lich King. You call. As you order. At last.
Yeah, they haven't got to it yet.
Is yours. I, the darkness.
So we're left over with the big boy.
My patience has ended. My patience has ended.
Yep, looks like they got screwed.
I, the darkness. My vengeance is yours. For the Lich King.
Oh, I'm taking it.
You call.
Take that Crown of Kings. Could obviously go in the Blade Master, but it's not actually bad on my Lich. Especially once the Lich gets built up.
My vengeance is yours. My patience has ended. You call.
I suppose we'll probably just go Frosty, so I get a couple more ghouls actually.
Call.
Because I mean I can play lazy here, let's face it.
Ended. Let battle be joined.
Let's just finish off the rest of these creep camps.
My vengeance is yours. I, the darkness. You
Right,
call.
I go for a third hero.
I, the darkness.
Well, let's get Dreadlord. I normally don't get Dreadlord when I do this, because Crit Lord's just a bit easier to leave on auto.
My patience has ended.
Yeah, I needed more ghouls earlier so I could start whacking out Boneyard.
My vengeance is yours. I, the darkness. You
Okay,
call.
so we'll start getting obsidian statues. You only need a couple of those. Get that rolling.
My patience
Obviously you
has
need another
ended.
cigarette as well so you can make units. None of the bases are under attack, so we're safe on that front.
Last.
I think I left my things to die over here. So there was an error that I made there.
You
Because I don't have those fiends anymore, and they obviously weren't able to finish that off, even though it felt like they probably could have finished it off, but hey, they didn't.
My vengeance
Not
is
really a
yours.
massive deal, since I am pretty much not prioritizing anything other than my heroes and then Frostworms after that.
Darkness. You call. My
Since I don't have an expansion, I can't really go too crazy on the amount of boneyards I build anyway, so that's probably too many ghouls now, 6 of them. So it probably should be 5, and then sit at that for a little bit. Oh, this feels bad for this guy.
My patience has
Yeah, I didn't think he was going to TP quickly enough.
You call. My vengeance is yours. I, the darkness. My vengeance is yours. My patience.
Green is the enemy, teal is the enemy.
You call.
The rest of the good guys.
My patience has ended.
Let's get a Frostworm. Let's get some upgrade for the Frostworm.
Slay them all.
Drop that on the ground so the Lich can take it.
I, the darkness. At last.
Our brethren's town is under attack.
You call.
Right.
You call.
Might go. He's teleporting back. I don't think he has enough to deal with that right now, so I'll teleport to help him out. Oh, he definitely doesn't with the other guy, so we're going to use our little demonic figurine.
As you order. Let battle be joined. My vengeance is yours.
upgrade here. Get some
My
frosty
patience
goodness.
has ended.
Hello.
You call.
Let's go visit the base. I'm
For
out of a
the Lich King.
teleport, so actually I'll come over and buy a
My
TP.
vengeance is yours. I am the darkness.
Whilst I'm doing that, I'm going to upset the next creep camp up
As
here.
you order.
Oh. Oh.
I am the darkness.
Very well. What is it now? I hunger.
My vengeance is yours.
You got one of my obsidian statues.
My patience has ended.
So I'll rebuild another one.
Call. I
Frost Armor's really good against melee mobs because it just makes them a lot more inept at their job of doing damage. Lich OP.
you call.
Bit of bouncing back and forth, juggling the mob.
My
Get a few
patience
extra
has
hits on him.
ended.
And then Frostworm on him and that'll do it. Now, because he's about to die, this guy, we're going to pull away and take the Death Knight away. And then that will level up the other two heroes a bit more.
You call.
Ah, another demonic figurine.
My vengeance is yours.
I'll go meet
My
up the
patience has
allies
ended.
in the middle. Well, he wants to heal. He wants to be aggressive. I guess I'll go with pink for now. Pick up myself
I like goodness.
another upgrade. Invul potion.
Has ended.
Hello.
My vengeance is yours.
Give some wood. I don't really need it. My excess ghouls.
Darkness.
The only thing I really found hard about Undead is controlling the obsidian statue.
The darkness.
Because I'd have to put them on separate hotkeys. Because they don't flow properly if you have them as part of your full army. Because then they might attack when you want them to heal and stuff.
Must hunt soon.
I'll ask them where they want to hit. Where would you like to go?
Ended.
This guy's going to run out before anything happens.
My vengeance is yours. My patience has ended.
Okay. When the second boneyard goes up.
You call. For the Lich King. I am the
It's a
dark.
pretty bit of beefy defense.
My patience has ended. My vengeance is yours.
I'm going to nuke the crap out of that Dreadlord. I slept the Death Knight so he can't heal it. Easy experience. Make sure these are doing their job. Pull that back.
My patience has ended. I am the darkness. My
They got a good position there, but... Oh, hello. That's dead. He needs to repair with everything. Could go back to help him. Yellow's gone back to TP. Okay, I might even TP now. They're all going to go back. Because it might be enough to save this. Oh, he's still got it. We'll lose a lot of units for this, though.
My
Okay.
patience has ended.
Looks like we should have gone for Teal.
My vengeance is yours.
Yellow TPing was a bit of
As you order.
basically forced my TP in a way, because there was no point if he's going to back out the fight, then we've already lost him. Might go for the hero kill here. There you go. Get something more out of it, because otherwise the enemy got more victory from that situation.
My patience
So we
has
need to make them
ended.
suffer a bit more.
My patience has ended. You call.
Right, I'm going to send these up to the top right. I'm going to send my hero over here to get Town Portal, because he can staff a teleport back if he needs to. I'll ask for some gold. No one really has it though, let's face it.
I am the darkness.
Can I help you?
My vengeance is yours. You call. Feel my wrath. I am the darkness. My vengeance is yours.
Don't really have enough units for, but I can always deny if I need to. Deny a Frostworm.
My vengeance is
This is the problem with the game getting kind of long now.
call.
Oh, he's having fun with bats, I see. Well, that'll be keeping the enemy preoccupied, to say the least. The Lich items are getting nice now, so the Lich is going to carry a lot more.
I am the darkness. My patience has ended.
Our forces are under attack.
You call.
Should really kill off a ghoul or two.
My
And I can
patience
fit one more Frostworm in.
I am the darkness.
Keeping the Death Knight back, as you can see.
Vengeance is yours. You call.
Yeah, he does need a bit of gold. Give him 100 gold to reset his base.
Call. My
Teal would
vengeance is
probably want to go for another hit.
My patience has ended. I am the darkness. My vengeance is yours.
Looks like time to do damage to Teal if he hasn't decided to make a decision on what it is he wants to do.
My patience has ended.
So be it, dead man.
You call.
Looks like he's going defense.
Call. My vengeance is yours. My patience has ended.
Frost on the Dreadlord, now he's taking the hits. More Frostworms. I'm going to remove these towers before anyone teleports in. So we don't have to deal with those once we're fighting more.
My vengeance is yours.
Put Frost Armor on the Blade Blaster so we can have a bit more comfortable fun.
Darkness. My patience has ended. Feel my wrath. My vengeance is yours. You call. I am the darkness. Binary. At last.
Looks like Eternal's out. He's not getting any help.
My vengeance is yours.
I think they're preoccupied on the left-hand side of the map.
Darkness. My vengeance is yours.
More upgrades for the units. I don't think that fight's going too well for them over there, but
My patience has ended.
again, Teal has taken a hit here. Did I have the bingo paper ready? No, I make it after the first game because otherwise I know too much of what's happened. Even though I read a little bit of the email because I was reading it. But I'm trying not to be too influenced. Noises and stuff like that I'm probably not going to do unless they're naturally made. It's like the dance monkey dance thing. Like if someone tells you to do something, you ain't going to do it. I ain't going to do it. The only thing where I would ever do it would be if I was to say something like "Gowd" or whatnot, because that would still be a bit more natural for me to say that. But certain things might not be natural for me to say. Especially upon reading that, that's what I'm supposed to say. Go blue. What, to pink? Yeah.
My vengeance is
Sure. Let's give pink the assistance. Well, this is going to go bad for him. He has no TP, so Undead is in balance. Bye-bye. Oh, well that's got to be on the bingo card, surely. I mean, I say that one naturally. I don't know if that is on the bingo card, but there's no way Undead in balance. It should be. Let's bring them all in. Kind of makes me sick, to be honest, how strong Undead is. This is why I just despise Undead. It's like the most low-effort race. Tauren's going to have a bad time. But we'll go for the AoE on the mobs because we can kill those. Slice through that like butter. I'll get another obsidian statue because we're missing that. Oh, level 6 Lich, that's cool. Obsidian statue better off providing mana? Yeah, it is. Because mana is more strong for me now than actual health. Oh, I've got 2 obsidian statues anyway. Doesn't hurt to get a third one, because you always run out of mana and stuff like that. Hello, Mr. Juicy Pop, thank you for the sub. And there's the GG. Yeah, I think they reset the ladder. As far as I know. There's some people with some crazy good 4 versus 4 RT scores, and the only way I can think they've pulled it off is if they were a ranged team players. Because it's one thing to get a really good score in 1 versus 1, but I think that's kind of impossible. Unless these are not working properly. I tried to view the profile, but it, as reforged is what it is, typically doesn't work. Ah, there we go. It's actually worked this time. So if you went to 4v4, he's already got like 5 losses there, 7 losses there, and it's like 200 plus games. So there's no way. It has to be like 4v4 arranged or something. You have to see if he's playing with like the same people, which I have no idea. I've not looked at this stuff before. But I would not think he would get that score without being in like a arranged team almost every single time. You can see Figure 8 was one he had. Homelander was coming up. You never know though. But 4 versus 4 RT, like, not even Happy could get like a flawless score in that. What does it look like in the 1 versus 1? Yeah, 38-0 might be possible. But getting like 200 wins and like 7 losses or something like that in 4 versus 4 RT, I don't think that's... I don't think that's possible. Okay, so let's bring up WTii Bingo. I did add it to my favorites, but it did that thing where I added it to my favorites and then it didn't go to my favorites. So there's 2 of these, but the other one I came across was better. So, free bingo card. I'll show this in a moment. Which one was it? It's one of these. I think it's the #1 free bingo card generator. There we go, basically. Okay, so I think there was about 36 of these, although let's face it, I might not include some of them. So we'll start off with 5v5. And pull up the Word document. I had to print this off, make it easier to understand. Well, I'll read these out really quickly, because there's a lot, so our reef always goes a bit over the top. Yeah, it does have a couple of more sensible strategies, though, which are just sort of like, get these heroes and do this thing, which is obviously the only kind of strategy I enjoy, because it requires a lot less reading. But yes, play 2 or 3 times, so we play once, you know, you play the 1 time. After the first game, check the WTii Bingo scorecard below and see how many score points you got based on what you did. So now that you know, sort of thing, play a second game. Probably do the 2 games, let's face it, in total. And here we go. So get a team color you like. I don't think I had a team color I liked last game. I think it was purple. It's okay, but I wouldn't say I like it. Don't attack an undead base or attack an undead base. I don't think they had an undead. Buy a boost of speed. I didn't buy a boost of speed last game. Buy any item from marketplace. Buy a consumable from a marketplace. So buy scroll. So let's, whilst we're doing this, there's no way this is gonna fit, by the way. So you're gonna have a really hard time reading this, to be quite frank with you, because it's got to fit in the top left of my screen as well, remember? But there's no other easy way to do this other than spending a really long time editing all of this. Buy scroll of healing, scroll of protection. I didn't do that. Buy an item from marketplace. Yeah. Get a shredder. Didn't get a shredder. There was no shredder. Forget to replace your town portal. Actually, last game I did a really good job replacing my town portal, considering I haven't played in so long. Fast tech with hero only and no units. I was close, but I didn't quite do that. Use snakes. That would be serpent wards, I assume. Make a snake impression. That one might be more natural for me to do. But you see, now that I've read that, it'll feel less natural to do it, knowing that it exists. Pillage. Burrow creeping. That one I probably wouldn't do, but it is fun to do. Use sappers. That would be rare. Depends if I got multiple expansions, then you just go crazy. Ancient of War, Tree of Life creeping. That one's way more realistic. Tree of Life creeping is like impossible. That should be like 9 points or something. Well, it's not impossible, you just wouldn't do it. Do a successful surround. I don't think I did a surround last game. I just manipulated the positioning of mobs, really. Use Staff of Preservation, Staff of Sanctuary. When the enemy thinks it's a finishing move, that's always cool. Oh my god, you can't even read that. Let's do Use a Staff. When enemy finish, do a finish enemy. do a finishing move. Anything that's too small to read. Buy an item from Marketplace free. Buy a consumable or consumable from Marketplace 6. What the hell is this? I can barely read this. Fast tech with hero only, no units. 1. Have an ally that techs with hero only and no units. Well, that one's way more realistic. Have an ally that techs. So you can kind of get the idea. Forget to replace town portal. Forget to replace TP. TP. Okay. At least it auto sort of fills in like the font. The comments section in your second Northrend RPG video has been turned off. Something naughty happened. Nope. YouTube doing YouTube things. I haven't double checked it today, but last night I checked it, and for some reason, yeah, I checked. You can't actually write a comment. I never turned it off. My videos are flagged or they're put down as not for kids. So anything that says children or whatnot in like, you know, the video description is normally something that could get that to sort of be like, oh, you can't write comments or whatever. There's no reason why it should be that way. YouTube, in typical fashion, has turned the comments off, but they haven't actually stated why. They just give you a general list of, here's why your comments might be turned off. None of them seem to apply. Perhaps if you do it, say why you did it. You're fired. Why am I fired? I can't tell you. You know, it's that kind of like, just, it's pretty straightforward. It's not too hard to just come out. If you've made a decision, then you must know why you came to that decision, right? So then just state what the decision reason was. Get annoyed at people going mass air. Don't go mass air. Is that going back to my more griffins? Buy Orb of Qualm from an ally shop. Use your allies' moonwells. Oh, have your allies use your moonwells. Hell yeah, that's going to definitely happen. If I ever get Night Elf, but like I say, don't get necessary Night Elf. Say, when you do a hero skill. See, again, anything with a voice, I'm kind of less likely to do because I'm aware of it now, but whatever. Let's whack it to the 6. Oh my god. Yeah, I think I'd just remove anything with a voice. I mean, the one's more impressive. Like, how the hell are you going to read this? There's so many of these. There's no way you're going to read this if I whack it up to 5/5. Alright, do a voice impression of a fairy dragon. Nah, let's skip that one. Give the Mountain King, any Mountain King not specifically something to do. Yeah, that's, you can just kind of assume that one's on there. Say, well, there it is, and a keep a voice. Well, there it is. I'm not going to do that otherwise. Do an impression of a Lich Giant. Yeah, that one kind of makes sense. I do normally do that, but I can't fit this all in. You're never going to read this. Note that an allied hero has fallen. When an allied hero has fallen, yeah, you kind of get the idea. Hire an assassin. That's very specific on a map, so yeah, let's just ignore that one. Encourage your boys to go. We're not going to do that one. Rationalize that the boys will be who they are regardless. Yeah. Boys will be boys. Have an ally that keeps pinging. That one seems like something's possible. Use Crystal Ball with enthusiasm. 10. That's very good. Well done. Go 1v2, 1v3, or 1v4. Just say go 1v2 or 3 or 4. And then just give 3, 6, 10 if you do that. So 1v2, 1v3, 1v4. Have bad allies, have good allies, have the worst allies. That one makes more sense. Oh shit. Can't look at the text! Look at the font! Let's remove the buy that boosts the speed. Like, no one cares about that one. Think of the ones that we can remove so we can whack this down to like a 4v4. You'd need 4v4 16 then basically, so there's 5. So you need to have like that many, so you need to get rid of quite a few. We can put this with this. I'm not going to use sappers, no one cares about that. That one's not really relevant because, you know, you use a tree, whatever. You would just do that naturally as Night Elf. What's the other Night Elf one? Yeah, use an ultimate, use a challenge ultimate, use Animate Dead. You don't really need points for using an ultimate. Like last game I used a bunch of ultimates, but getting points for it. Bonus, if on Market Square, explain the trick about getting health and mana at the same time. Well, I didn't do that in the last game. Could have done it though. Don't get a shredder, you actually get more points. Nah, I'll still get a shredder no matter what. What the hell does this say? Get annoyed at people going mass air. I'm not too bothered about that one. Buy Orb of Qualm from an ally shop. That's too specific. That one's more likely. Why is it going to the smallest font imaginable? Do a successful surround. Almost there. So that's 5, 10, 15. We need to just remove one. Yeah, there you go. Use a snake impression or... Now let's try that on 4v4. There you go. It's still like almost impossible to read though, for whatever reason. I don't know why it's done that. There's no way there's that much text. Bad a free, good a 6, worst a 10. Most of that you can kind of read. There are only no units. Yeah. Oh, let's just go with that. So the easiest way for me to do this is just to Windows copy paste to this. Open up a totally legitimate version of Photoshop. Wait for it. Wait for it. Create the file. It's so slow. I hate things that run slow, but what can you do? Game name is WTii Bingo or whatever. And then minimize that. Take this off. Take display capture off. And add a new image. So I can search for another game whilst I'm doing this. Bingo. There it is. So that does take up a bit of screen space, but I assume you might be able to read some of that. But I can't really manipulate it now. Looks like we're against probably a pre-made since there's 2 Asians in there. Not necessarily though, because they've got different MMRs, so I think the MMRs have to be the same if they're... Well, we'll see what the ping is anyway.
Something you're doing?
Ah, not too bad. We'll see if everyone stays in the game.
What do you want?
Right. So an expansion would be Goosh.
Ready to
Or Expo.
Yes. Be happy to.
I've almost forgotten the build, to be honest with you. Let's just do an altar. I'll go triple hero for sure, so I can get more control. I like doing triple hero. I mean, it's a lot easier to just do one hero, but doing triple hero does give you way more control. Who lag, huh? Who's the lag? Who is it? Explain yourself. I don't know. My ping seems good, so... Can't really complain too much on that front.
Something you're doing? Ready to work? Yes. Something you're doing? What do you want?
There we go. Send them all back. 100 gold and 20 wood. There's 2 barracks. Oh my goodness. Madman. I can actually give him the 20 wood though. I don't think it affects me too much. It kind of does, but I'm curious. TC, yeah, we might get... Oh, he's got it anyway. Let's give him the 10 lumber then. No, never mind. Too late. Can't give 20 lumber, that's too much. That is way too much. Because we need to obviously get burrow and shop, and obviously the rest of the wood goes on headhunters.
What do you want?
I'll wait until I got a headhunter before I build any more. I want to get that ticking for sure. Looks like I could have done it.
Something you're
Okay.
doing? Happy to.
Tauren Chieftain will come out and it'll be relatively useless until we get going. If I block some of the stuff at the top left, it's because I've forgotten that I've got that thing at the top left. See, that one feels natural enough to do because it's a Tauren Chieftain doing it. But I think I removed that, didn't I? I'm not even sure. No, that one I kept because it's more of a natural one for me to do, like any snake impression or such. I'm not sure I'm going to get the Shadow Hunter though.
Our allied town is being attacked.
I will definitely get a Shredder though. There ain't no way I'm not getting a Shredder. Although he'll probably want it, to be fair, because he's got these things, so I may have to go into enemy territory to get the Shredder. But I won't be able to afford things otherwise unless I get an extra peon. But I'm being stubborn and I don't want to buy an extra peon.
Work complete.
Ring of Superiority. Where's my tech?
Yes.
Next.
For my ancestors.
Gonna pull this cheeky gabber.
For my ancestors.
Just block him a little bit whilst the headhunters get free hits.
For my ancestors. Yes, chieftain. Done. Our allied town is being attacked. An excellent plan.
Gotta love range units, right? Do all of that with taking next to no damage.
Our allies are attacked. I can do that. For my ancestors. Anything you want.
Pull that quickly so it doesn't get ensnared. Well, it does, even with the Endurance Aura, but I might put it on too late. Either way, good enough. Get to do this for free.
Something you're doing? Yes. I can do that.
Man, what the no. Start moving on to the red camp. Power this laddie up.
Something you're doing? Your command. Done.
That's the extra hit we needed. I'm not going. I don't get a point every single time I do it because that'd be ridiculous. Just getting the one. Gotta be careful. He's a higher level mob, so he does a lot of damage, and he'll always focus the weak ones. So we've got healing salve on that. Time to get second hero. Maybe we'll get. I normally go neutral hero. Tech up, and then I'll decide. Oh, nice item. Loads of mana. Panda could be really good. Maybe Panda and then Shadow Hunter third. Have to get the lumber for that. Have we got Shredder? We haven't got Shredder. We can't afford Shredder though, because of course I'm going to get Panda in a moment. We need more lumber. We need more lumber. I could use my allies' moon wheels for a point. There you go. Still a little bit of moon juice. I'll go over to the bottom right. Yellow's got that on the go.
You see what? We want to kill anything you want. Man,
Oh, he's teleporting in. That's cheeky. Black Dragon might still be not very easy to do though. Without an orb. He's so strong. I don't think it's really that. More units coming in there. With the archers, it's way more doable now. Ah. There goes green. Something's gone wrong there. We've almost got this. We'll have to TP with a bunch of super weak units. There's the pings. So yeah, this is the perfect time to teleport. He doesn't have a scroll of healing. Let's turn the colours on. Oh, TP obviously. Oh, that's great timing. Getting attacked 2 players over here. Yep. Okay, so it'll be one of those games. We'll pretty much just discount this one then, I guess. Because we're not going to be able to compensate for allies on that one. Has this guy got units yet? Oh, he's going for the Chimeras. Don't even get a unit kill for my troubles of teleporting over. I'll have to let it. I'm getting fortified and get some healing over here. Well, there's the ally that fast takes. But he did have units, though, to be fair. Oof. Can this guy actually control this guy? Just get this guy a bunch of towers, so he's way less likely to get killed. Yeah, they got quite a lot of units. Where's me Shadow Hunter? Come on. We'll use a sapper now for the lols. Save the panda there by hexing the Death Knight, because the Death Knight's obviously going to Death Coil. When is he not going to Death Coil? Alright, let's pop this back. Drop that for you. He needs lumber. Let's get him some lumber. Oh god, and then you got mass bats on that side. That's going to be fun. I'm still missing my expansion here, by the way. There goes the other guy. Which one's that? So the left side's basically left us completely. So, yeah. I'm already pulling my weight here. I don't have time for this shit. Yep, okay. Just go next game, I think. That's always the joy of 4 versus 4 RTs. It only takes one weak link to just completely ruin the game. Oh, well. So you will get your extra game. I don't know if we'll count like the scoreboard on that one. You can count the score yourself. I ain't gonna bloody count it whilst I'm playing it. But he basically made that game pretty impossible. And the thing is, it was weird that he left because it was like he was never under threat after that initial attack. And the initial attack was really just like 5 fiends. It wasn't even anything big. But you're gonna get what you're gonna get. 4 versus 4 RT is what it is. Bad players are plenty. People that panic. It's really weird, actually, how much people panic in 4 versus 4 RT. I guess, you know, you didn't actually have this as one of the points that you could get, is a witty rant about 4 versus 4 RT. I don't understand the mentality of people that play a multiplayer game where they're just not equipped to handle it. It would be like someone that's allergic to dogs being a dog groomer or a dog walker or something like that. Like, why do you put yourself in a position where you clearly are not very good at this, or you can't handle it? It's like they play 4 versus 4 RT and they're constantly complaining, they're constantly talking about how they're under threat and it's just like one fucking Blade Master. Like, if you can't handle the heat, get the hell out of the kitchen. What are you doing? Just bloody play against bots or something, or, I don't know, custom game or whatever. It's so bizarre. People put themselves... I think it's like some sort of ego situation where people put themselves in a position of like multiplayer, competitive, but they don't actually have the capability to pull any of that off, but they want to be in a position where they get the reward of it, of a win and stuff like that, saying, oh yeah. I mean, this used to happen all the time in 4 versus 4 RT when people would, like, for example, beat me. And they'd be like, oh, I beat you. And it's like, in 4 versus 4 RT. Literally anyone could beat me in 4 versus 4 RT. Like, it's completely random and luck-based. You can have skill in 4 versus 4 RT, but you can't... You can have all the skill in the world, but that's not going to determine whether you get a guaranteed win or not. I think I'll go ghouls into gargs this game. Come on, ghouls. Bring it home. Did we get the female Death Knight again? A man can dream. A man can dream. Female Death Knight harass. The strongest type of harass. Oh yeah. We are lucky. It's not always a bad thing. There's some good in the world.
My vengeance is yours.
Yes, my queen.
You call at last. My patience has ended.
Ooh. What are you doing over here?
Let battle be joined. As you order. Let battle be joined. At last.
He's gone for the surround. It's a shame he's gone for a surround with a troll. I'm gonna get basically all the experience from this. Yeah, that looks like undead versus human to me.
My vengeance is yours.
Literally, just anything versus human. Just turn up whilst they're doing a creep camp and then just steal all the experience for yourself and tech whilst you're doing it.
My
Easy.
patience has ended. I am the darkness My vengeance is yours. Slay them all. My patience has ended. My vengeance is yours. I am the darkness.
Where's the punishment?
You call.
You know what I need? I need another necropolis.
My patience has ended.
So I can tech out.
Call.
Feel more comfy and safe. While still being able to get
My vengeance is
echoes
yours.
for expansion.
As you order. You call. I am the darkness. Let battle be joined. For the Lich King. For the Lich King. At last.
He's not a fan of that.
My vengeance is yours. My patience has ended. As you order. Let battle
He went
be
for
joined.
Thunderclap to have more efficient creeping. But the irony is that actually, it does kind of make sense. If no one harasses you, then yeah, it is probably better than Stormbolt for creeping. Absolutely. But if someone's harassing you, Stormbolt can do a much better job of controlling the situation. Okay, looks like expansion at the midpoint. So this is the only other one I can take. That's kind of aggressive. May have to save some resources for that. Got enough lumber though.
I am the darkness. My patience.
Request Ak. Are you going to do the WoW Hardcore challenge? What, from Blizzard? Yeah, maybe.
You call.
I don't know, still up in the air on that. I got screwed over on Turtle WoW. I do kind of want to play again though, because I enjoyed my mage.
I am the darkness.
But I was brutally robbed.
My vengeance is yours.
Ah,
My patience has ended.
nice snack wards this game. I mean, you could get a shredder, but there really is a case to not get a shredder now with this many ghouls.
My vengeance is yours. You call. I am the darkness. Let battle be joined.
So be it. Dead man.
You call. My vengeance is yours.
Still got to wait a while for Orb of Corruption, unfortunately.
I am
It
the
would have been nice to
darkness.
pop in and get that.
You
Thanks for
call.
popping in.
My
Oh,
patience
hello.
has ended.
Looks like my expo is not going to work.
At last.
I could always take this one, because the guy didn't take that, as far as I can tell.
I am the darkness. I am the darkness. You call.
Time to go get Orb of Corruption
My
in.
patience has ended.
That'll make a much bigger fight. Back.
My vengeance is yours. My vengeance is yours.
Orb of Imbalance.
I
Orb of
am the
Huam.
darkness. My patience has ended.
My life for Nazul, my fate.
You call.
Master.
My patience has ended. I am the darkness. My vengeance is yours. At last. Let terror reign. As you order. Here. For the Lich King. At last. For the Lich King. Let battle be
Looks like they're backing off. It's good for us.
you call.
Skill.
As you order. Here. Here.
I'll get the boost of speed there now. Even though we took it off the thing for the Lich, so he can catch up.
My patience has ended.
Probably a win if he uses his town portal, to be honest.
My vengeance is yours. My patience has ended. I am the darkness. You call. My vengeance is yours. I am the darkness. My patience has ended.
At 1 health though.
For the Lich King.
Woo!
Call. My vengeance is yours. I am the darkness. Let battle be joined. You call. vengeance is yours. My patience has ended.
Hey, gonna get some gold. We're gonna get some gold. We're gonna get some gold. Some gold we're gonna get. It's gonna be
At
ours.
last. Let battle be joined. You call
BT rifleman.
as you order.
Could probably go to his base and pull him all the way over there. As long as I'm keeping him split from his allies.
My patience has ended. My vengeance is yours.
Can't stop the lich.
My vengeance is yours. My patience has ended. I am the darkness. You call at last
Where's neutral hero?
for the Lich King. You call. My
Bloody have no
vengeance is
idea where they get
yours.
neutral hero.
I am the darkness.
Research complete.
Seriously, where'd you get neutral hero on this?
My patience
Ah.
has ended. You call. My vengeance is yours.
Comes from your pit.
I am the darkness. My patience has ended. My vengeance is yours.
Give some lumber away.
Patience has ended. You call. I am the darkness. I am the darkness.
Use the pit lord just to tank this basically.
My patience has ended.
Snipe the priests. Pretty easy to snipe.
As you order.
Got frost armor now, that's nice for the pit lord if he needs it.
You call.
Could nuke the paladin to death, but is it that necessary?
My vengeance is yours. My patience has ended. You call. You call. I am the darkness. My
Any moon wells for him to soak up?
My patience has ended. As you order.
Goes with the TP. Okay, I'll come back to this guy, so he's not abandoned.
My vengeance is yours. My patience has ended.
They got a little battle going on over here. This guy's gonna fight towers against Blizzard. It's not gonna work too well.
For the Lich King.
Pit lord
My
in the
vengeance
front.
is yours. My patience has ended. At last. Let battle be joined.
Oh, found a human.
The darkness. You call. Slay them all. Fine Azul.
Human is like roadkill. Easy when you've got a car that just runs over everything.
My vengeance is yours. My patience is
Alright, I'm gonna start whacking out the Gargs. What happened to all their defenses?
my patience.
They just suddenly run out of units or something? Where are they? They kind of just disappeared off the face of the planet on this one, didn't they?
Feel my wrath.
There is a marketplace in this, isn't there? Yeah, there's a marketplace in the middle.
Vengeance is yours. Slay them all.
Slay them all. Are there any left to slay? I don't know what happened to them.
Patience has ended.
Where'd they
My
go?
vengeance is yours. I am the darkness. As you order.
Let's go buy a couple of items.
You call. My patience
Yeah, buying a
has
consumable isn't normally worth much.
ended. You call.
No allied night
Vengeance
elf.
is yours.
Summoning is complete. Summoning.
I am the
There's a
darkness.
consumable. And there's a meaty bit of
I am
melee.
the darkness.
Permanent. See, that one's interesting. Ring of the Arch Magi. Increase the strength, agility, and intelligence of the hero by 3. So that's like a mini Crown of Kings.
You call.
Not super good when you think the
My vengeance is yours.
circlet was 222, wasn't it?
My patience.
Yeah, I still don't know what happened to these guys. Did one of them go AFK or something?
My patience has
It didn't seem like they were that behind. Oh yeah, kind of. Blaze it!
I am the darkness.
So what do we get done?
Vengeance is yours. You call.
Rifles don't want to defend themselves. Get a team color you like. What was the team color I like? Purple again? Eh. The only team color I really like is the olive one. There is magenta as well, which is really good. So let's pull this. Where are we? Where is she? Don't attack an undead base. Well, technically I did attack an undead base down here. Kind of. Did I actually attack it? Or I think I walked past it. I don't know if I attacked any thing, so maybe I got 3 points of that. Bad allies, good allies, worse allies. I'd say the allies were good. They built units. They did their job. They provided auras and such. I don't think there was any issue with them. Buy an item from the marketplace. We did that. Both consumable and permanent. Buy a scroll of healing and protection. We didn't do that. Shredder. I didn't actually have to get Shredder this time, so that's 3 points there. Forget to replace your TP. I never forget to replace my TP. It just doesn't happen. I'm too smart these days. Fast tech hero only. Not really. I got ghouls. I didn't use the ghouls to creep, so you could argue that, but I went guards. That's tier 2, so... Use staff when an enemy is doing a finisher move. I do love doing that, but I didn't have a race that could pull that off other than buying it from the shop. The closest I got to that was basically in the previous game where I hexed the enemy Death Knight to stop him from killing the panda. So, will you do a hero skill? Yeah, pretty much done that. No snakes. Go 1v2, 1v3, 1v4. I don't know if I really did that much in this game. Burrow, creep and pillage. Nope. Have an ally that keeps pinging. We had that in the previous one for sure. Do a successful surround. Didn't really need to do that. I do a lot of body blocking. Don't always have to do surrounds. That's maybe more in 1 versus 1 where you get opportunities for that. Use your allies' moonwells. No night elf this time, so there you go. That's the WTii Bingo. You got an idea of it. It's an interesting request. Certainly quite a lot in there.